My Little Pony. Hooray for spring! Twilight Sparkle leaped out of bed. Hooray for spring! After months of cold temperatures and snow, it was finally time for Ponyville's winter wrap-up. Spike rolled over groggily. No, let me keep hibernating, he said, pulling the covers over his head. Come on, Spike. Winter wrap-up is an annual tradition. I'm so excited to prepare Ponyville for sunshine and rainbows and flowers and animals. Twilight gleefully checked off the items she needed for a hard day of work. Scarf, saddle, boots, Spike. Twilight finally roused Spike from his sleep, and they arrived at Town Hall just as the mayor of Ponyville called every pony to join Spring Awakening. I need you to share your talents. We have a lot of work to do by the end of the day. You've each been assigned a team, said the mayor. Weather team, your leader is Rainbow Dash. Flight crew, let's clear out these clouds and bring sunshine back to Ponyville, called out Rainbow Dash. I'm also gonna need group to guide birds back from the south. A team of Pegasus gathered, eager to take off into the skies. Twilight looked at them with envy, wishing she was a natural flyer. Alas, she had no wings. Pinkie Pie needs help on the ground. Ice, the mayor went on. Whee! Pinkie Pie slid by a pair of ice skates. Ice crew, your slice. The ice, when the sun comes out, it breaks up nice and neat, said the mayor. Twilight looked nervously at the frozen lake. She had never been on ice skates before and didn't see a good reason to start a new sport now. Plant team, report to Applejacks, called the mayor. Okay, y'all, Applejack said. We've got a lot of hard work ahead. I need the strongest ponies to pull plows and clear snow out of the fields. Big Macintosh and his friends stepped forward. Aye up. Great, Big Mac. You'll need a pose to plant seeds once the snow is gone. There are a lot of crops to grow. Twilight sighed. No way was she strong enough to drive a plow. She didn't know what she'd be able to do without her magic, which wasn't allowed. Last but not least, the animal team follows Fluttershy, the mayor finished. Fluttershy stepped up to the microphone bashfully. Wake up, our cute little friends, from their long winter sleep, but be kind and gentle as we visit their homes. Fluttershy continued. Some of you will build nests with Rarity to welcome our feathered friends from the south. Rarity held up a perfectly rounded ball made of sticks and hay woven together with bright, shiny ribbons. Spike whistled. That's some fancy real estate for an egg. The mayor blew a whistle. All right, ponies, go awaken spring. As every pony followed their leader's Twilight sigh. Come on, Spike, we'll just have to see who needs us the most. Fluttershy team had the kindest and craftiest ponies. While Fluttershy gently called into every den to wake up sleeping critters, Rarity lovingly constructed elaborate nests. Twilight noted they seemed to be moving a little too slow. There were still hundreds of nests to build and dozens more critters to awaken. There was no doubt that Rainbow Dash team had the fastest flyers. But Twilight noticed there was still an awful lot of clouds in the sky. Without more sun, it will take forever to clear the snow. Sure enough, even though Applejack's team had the strongest ponies, mounds of snow still covered the fields. Twilight felt sad that she hadn't helped her friends. Plus, it seemed impossible that the ponies would be finished readying Ponyville to welcome spring before sunset. As she stood thinking of the best way to help, the team leaders started arguing. "Weather team, move these clouds faster," yelled Applejack. "I need more sun to melt that darn snow." "Simmer down, AJ," snapped Rainbow. "I can't work my team any faster. They're exhausted." "If anything, we should move slower," Fluttershy warned. "If we startle the animals, we'll scare them back into hibernation." Twilight suddenly had a great idea. She whispered for Spike to fetch her clipboard. "What is this fighting about?" the mayor demanded. Applejack, Rainbow, and Fluttershy looked down, embarrassed. "No problem here," Twilight interrupted. "We were just reviewing the final checklists." Right, ponies?" Twilight's friends nodded and turned to her for instructions. "Ponies, it's time to do what I do best. Get organized." The ponies groaned. "I know it might not sound fun to you, but making to-do lists and checking things off is my special talent. If we work together, I just know we can finish winter wrap-up in time." For the next few hours, the ponies raced to finish their tasks. They formed an assembly line to build nests, skated in precise lines to cut the ice into a neat grid, and strung bells across the animal dens to wake them all up with a gentle alarm. Just before sundown, the mayor called Twilight on stage. "Before I pronounce the official arriving of spring, I want to thank Twilight Sparkle for helping everyone work together. From now on, we shall be winter wrap-ups all team organizer." Twilight put a special vest. Twilight blushed. "I couldn't have done it without my friends. Every pony worked so hard today." Suddenly, thousands of colorful birds filled the skies. The trees blossomed with fragrant pink flowers, and bright rays of sunlight sparkled off the surface of the lake. "Hooray for spring!" Twilight whooped. "Hooray!" the ponies cheered. Twilight and her friends could not remember Ponyville ever looking so pretty. Just when Twilight didn't think the day could be more beautiful, Rainbow Dash launched upward and produced a beautiful rainbow. Every pony looked in awe as it stretched across the sky. "What a magical way to start spring!" Twilight smiled. Spike nodded in agreement. Then he curled up for a nap in a perfect puddle of sunshine. The end.